Recent Delhi NCR air pollution report tabled in Parliament has highlighted the urgent need to curb vehicular emissions, recommending a comprehensive review of India's emission standards. Delhi NCR Air Pollution Parliamentary Panel calls for stronger standards and systematic reforms. Air pollution in Delhi NCR continues to be one of India's most complex environmental challenges, driven by vehicular emissions, industrial activities, stubble burning, and favorable meteorological conditions. Recent report by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Science and Technology, Environment, Forest and Climate Change has made several policy recommendations aimed at strengthening India's regulatory and technological response to deteriorating air quality. These recommendations are designed to guide government action, address existing gaps, and protect vulnerable populations. Need to strengthen vehicular emission standards. Vehicular emissions remain a major contributor to Delhi NCR's particulate matter and ozone levels. The panel has emphasized that a comprehensive review of India's vehicular emission standards is necessary to align with evolving scientific knowledge and global best practices. While acknowledging the government push for ethanol blending to enhance energy security, the panel cautions against unintended environmental impact, increased nitrogen oxide emissions from ethanol blended fuels, and the problem of evaporative emissions, fuel vapors escaping from vehicles and generating ground level ozone require closer scrutiny. To mitigate this, the panel recommended adopting more stringent evaporative emission standards, which would require automobile manufacturers to incorporate better emission control systems. This is crucial for India's transition to cleaner fuels and sustainable mobility. Encouraging adoption of electric vehicles. The report highlights that while India aims to increase the adoption of EVs, several bottlenecks continue to hinder progress. To accelerate EV update, the committee suggested a combination of incentives and cheaper or free public parking of EVs, higher parking rates for petrol and diesel vehicles, offering tax incentives on EV loans, considering an annual ceiling on the registration of non-electric vehicles in Delhi NCR. These measures aim to shift consumer behavior while simultaneously easing the region's pollution burden. Air purifiers in schools, hospitals and government offices. Children and patients are among the most vulnerable to toxic air. The committee therefore recommended mandatory installation of air purifiers in all public schools in Delhi NCR, all public hospitals, especially the critical wards, all government offices. Also pointed out that levying GST on air purifiers devices is essential for mitigating public health risks, effectively monetize a public health failure. The panel suggested abolishing or reducing GST on air purifiers and HEPA filters to increase accessibility, upgrading national ambient air quality standards. The panel called for the Centre to expedite the revision of national ambient air quality standards. These standards, last updated in 2009, need to reflect new scientific research, health data and WHO benchmarks. The committee also recommended installing pollution-cutting devices in all thermal power plants with a 300-kilometer radius of Delhi NCR. This would ensure a significant reduction in sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate emissions from one of the region's largest polluting sources. Delhi's PM 2.5 levels, the report noted, must fall by 62% to meet India's air quality norms and by 95% to meet WHO standards, indicating the magnitude of intervention required. Monitoring stubble burning more effectively. Stubble burning remains a recurrent seasonal crisis in North India. The panel expressed concern that some farmers are finding ways to evade satellite detection of crop fires. To strengthen enforcement, the committee recommended launch of a high-resolution ISRO satellite dedicated to monitoring farm fire 24/7, integration of satellite data with digital farm records for real-time tracking. This would help the government respond more effectively while also supporting early warning systems and targeted assistance programs. Holistic approach to air quality management. The report stated that no single policy can solve the region's pollution crisis. Instead, a coordinated approach combining emissions control, technological investment, regulatory reform, and behavioral incentives is essential. By addressing systematic issues in transportation, energy production, agriculture and urban infrastructure. The recommendation aim to align Delhi NCR's air quality management with global best practices.